Mr. R. Kelly.
R. Kelly. So has anyone seen that CBS interview with R. Kelly?
Yeah, he's innocent, man.
Yeah, he didn't do it. He didn't do it. Well, there's this great documentary. I haven't watched it yet, but it's a huge documentary called "Surviving R. Kelly," and it's meant to be real hard hitting. For those of you who don't know, though, there is footage of him from 2004, I think it was 2004, 2003. Basically having sex with a minor and pissing on her.
Yeah.
I don't know how he managed to get away with it when Cardinal George Pell got done over on an eyewitness testimony.
That was 2004. That's the thing. Different time, man. And like, I think the footage was like very VHS-y or something as well. Like they couldn't work out the ages. I can't remember this.
Yeah. You remember what cameras were back then? I mean, there was.
Yeah, it's not like these days, man. Holy shit!
Yeah,
like
man.
You do something, man.
It's on.
You're constantly being recorded.
We're living in 1984 in some ways.
Apparently, he's got like a video library of shit he's done.
I've heard that he does.
Just go to the R. Kelly thing. It's really funny. There's I think it's Fat Joe. You know, Fat Joe is like a hip hop artist in New York.
Okay.
Big fat cunt.
Don't know him.
Like he's basically talks about hanging out with R. Kelly, and they were talking about R. Kelly talking about how he's like a fucking fighter and he's into like fighting and shit. He's like, oh really? He's like, yeah man, like you should check out my footage.
Yeah.
And he went to his like room, at his house, and he had like thousands and thousands of tapes, and he pulls one out. He goes, oh, watch this.
Yeah.
And he comes out to like, I could believe I can fly. Like it's a video of him in a boxing match with someone else, right? And he's actually coming out like with there's not really a crowd there, it's just people there, like him like going out the box. He's gonna fight someone with all these like gloves on and stuff.
Yeah.
And it full play like his music, and he goes in there and just fucking starts this guy and knocks him out. Like it's a complete setup. But he's got his own videotaping of that, and he's showing to people like, yeah man, I'm a fucking champion.
Why, dude? That's what do you? It's narcissism.
Bro, it's narcissism times 10, man. So I wouldn't be surprised he has like. Eventually, if they like raid his property, man, he's gonna have fucking thousands of tapes.
This is what some of the girls who were part of like living in his mansions were saying. He has this room, and it's the black room where everything in there is black. The drapes, the mattresses, the walls, the furniture, everything's black.
Yeah. And
that's where he lives out all of his most perverted type sexual fantasies, allegedly with underage girls. I mean, the evidence is pretty strong that he's done it. I mean, you know.
Yeah.
Just for research purposes, I saw that tape back in the day, and just for research. No, but he's fucked in the head.
Yeah.
So anyway, that the highlight of that interview was when he freaked out. Basically, he was like, "Y'all killing me out here, man. Trying to have a relationship with my daughter. This ain't got nothing to do with music. This ain't media." I was like, "That's fucking pathetic, dude." It just cracks me up. I don't know, man. I really enjoy watching people's lives fall apart sometimes. Yeah. I mean, that's why I really enjoyed To Catch a Predator.
Yeah.
It's just hilarious. Just kind of life fall apart. Now, there was an additional video that CNN did on R. Kelly of that interview.
Okay.
And it was all breaking down his body language and how it's so obvious he's lying. I mean, whenever he said, like, she asked him, "Have you ever had sex with an underage girl?" And he just goes, "Absolutely not. Absolutely not." He's just rotating his head like up and down,
saying like yes, but he's trying to like make his body incongruent to what he's saying.
Yeah,
I call that mismatching. So like your body language, you're saying something and your body language is doing the opposite.
Yeah.
It's like it's actually proven in body language. It's like it's your real intention. You're a shit liar. He's a pretty shit liar.
He's a shit liar. And then they go, so what? Like, are you trying to say that everybody here is just lying on you right now? And he just goes, yes, and he's shaking his head. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
And he's just shaking his head. Yes, they are. And it's almost like he's saying no. It's like code, man. He's just fucking.
Yeah, it's like winking at the camera.
Yeah,
yes, I didn't do it.
All I know is now whenever I listen to his music, it just gives me. It's like a different flavor to it. Now it's like you listen to that bump and grind. It's like I don't see nothing wrong with a little bump and grind. I'm like, but with who? And how old was she?
Probably.
And why isn't it wrong?
Yeah.
The fuck you been up to, R. Kelly?
He also, his lawyer came out and said he's guilty as shit.
Okay, there you go.
And his lawyer said he listened to the lyrics of Ignition originally.
Yeah.
And it was apparently like underage like lyrics, and he was like, bro, you can't have any of this in there. It's fucking illegal. So you have to rechange the lyrics.
Really? So the original, the original write-up.
Yeah. It's like, dude, you can't keep any of these lyrics. You have to change them. So you have to like rewrite the song.
That's fucked, man.
One thing I will bring up is an interesting topic about this as well that we've talked about before off podcast.
Yeah.
Is that like, yeah, he's definitely done those things. He's a fucking dirty cunt. There's like underage shit that's involved. But a lot of these women, it's interesting, are like over age.
Yeah.
People he's interacted with from the age of they're 18, and they come and live with him, and he's like kind of promising them like contracts in the music industry, and then like next thing you know, he has 3-4 different women that are like supporting him and saying it's all above board, and like they're kind of consensual in that relationship.
Well, yeah.
It's still wrong, and it's emotionally manipulative what he's doing. But that's why like the police have had trouble charging him all this time until recently they've got tapes of abuse. You know what I mean?
Well, I think the contention is they come out publicly saying he's been helping them out, and they're helping them with their career. It's all consensual and all the rest. They come out though and they're like they're age of 19. And you think, well, how long has this been going on for? Though?
Could have been for years.
That's the contention that some of these girls are saying. The ones who were trying to get him for getting him in trouble charge him is that he does this. He starts them off when they're young. He grooms them, and then he only lets them go public when they're of age. It's like, dude,
exactly.
How can they be? They're all on his side at the age of 19. It's not like he recruited them all at age 18. He's had them around. So I mean, excuse me.
Yeah, he's had them around this time. That's what I'm saying. He's got like a harem or something like you call it. You know what's interesting though? Thinking about like cults or religions. I'm not saying against any religion, but like it's kind of how you start cults and religions, really. Like you have your little supporters, you get your base, your group,
create your core.
It becomes idolized as its god. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and they get invested in the benefit that you're giving them. So that is how the cults work. Is you get people who have bought in. They're buying in,
right?
and they're in their mind they think the abuse versus the benefit was worth it. And then they become the preachers. They become the people.
And then these people in the cult go, oh no, like it was consensual, everything was right. Like, do you know what I mean? They buy into what we're talking about as well. They go, this guy's idolized. He is the god, and he's a god. And like 18-year-old women, man, they idolize like older men. Like they don't know. They haven't had multiple relationships. He's fucking slept with everything, bro, including the fucking floor, man. He's got a hole in the floor. He's gonna piss and fuck it, man. This dude's fucking gross.
It's like, you can be in my music video as long as you star in my double anal video.
Ass to mouth, mouth to ass,
ass to ass, anus to anus.
Oh fuck, man.
Oh, Kelly. But anyway, I've watched him freak out during that interview at least 5 times now. And just, it's gold.
It's good. Gold. It's so good, eh?
They actually highlighted the body language of the interviewer, and
she's Oprah Winfrey's best friend, by the way.
Oh, is she?
Yeah, Gail or whatever her name, King. I think.
Okay. Yeah. Was I mean, she doesn't bat an eyelid during this. I mean, her toes are curling upwards with excitement because she just knows this is great TV.
Yeah, it is.
This is good TV.
Yeah.
And even I'm watching going, this is good shit, dude. Just yo, killing me out here, man. Oh man,
Robert Kelly, man.
Kelly.
It's so funny. People have gotten the video and just put some backing tracks over it. And it's literally like Trapped in the Closet.
Yeah,
it's classic hits.
I've seen the interview recut to Ignition, and that just cracks me up. It just like it goes like they've changed all the sequence of the interview just to fit with remix to Ignition, and it's just fucking killing me, man. I'll put that on the to watch list.
Yeah, put it on the watch list. I was just gonna say as well, R. Kelly. It's interesting. We were talking about the whole idolizing him, like he's in a cult, and it's funny. Like people that have unlimited power and wealth, or like to some degree, they got all the women, money, the stars. They literally become a god.
Yeah.
They believe that they can do whatever the fuck they want, and exactly. This group of people support him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I really find that whole concept really intriguing. What I also find fascinating as well is how the Me Too generation mixed in with the mobile phones and everyone's listening and recording.
That's right.
Has completely fucked all these people's lives, man. And they're like reputations of who they are. Like back in 2004, or whatever it was. You might hear something like, "Oh, Kelly's a dirty cunt," and then someone who buys his album's like, "No, fuck off. His music's great."
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, then now it's like, bro, everything you watch around you is like, this guy's a fucking filthy cunt. You know what I mean?
What I think though is what you've just explained is the upside of it. I mean, we talk about people who are getting ripped on just on an accusation, people losing their careers or getting suspended from unis. This is mainly in America. On the idea that you should just believe every victim. Well, no, actually, you shouldn't.
Yeah.
There should be evidence.
Yeah.
But in the case where there was a guy where there was strong evidence, but he used power and influence to get away with it. Like he was paying people off, and like a lot of these kids, they're coming from really poor families, and you would think to yourself, well, you would never let your kid be abused just for money. But we got to be careful here because these people are really poor, really desperate, really ignorant. So yeah, he manages to pay them off. So it's a guy who uses his power and influence to get away with it. I am totally for. Look, the evidence is strong. He needs to get in trouble. I mean, it's that joke. Chris Brown can do no wrong because his music is so fucking good. He just gets away with everything.
Well, yeah. It's not just him. It's like everyone throughout. Like not everyone, but a large majority of these artists, like they're super conflicted. Like they're generally not great. So generally the ones that are in the limelight are not great people. Yeah. But John Lennon, man, he used to beat the fuck out of women, man.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, dude.
I never even knew that.
You wouldn't know that though.
Yeah.
He used to beat the shit out of fucking.
Imagine all the people, bitch.
Yeah, I said imagine, you stupid fuck.
Imagine my elbow in your face.